My name is Jaskran Singh. I go to Penn State University and I'm 20 years old. So it was my senior year of high school and I started having these pains in my left knee. I couldn't really walk on certain days, and at first I thought it was just arthritis, and then eventually I was like, something's really wrong. And so I went to my first doctor and he just ordered a bunch of scans. They found out it was stage 4 non-Hodgkin's B-cell lymphoma. Normally kids at 18, if they hear the news that they have cancer, they'll get sad or they'll cry. For me, it was just like, I have to get over this. I knew I didn't want to be behind school, and I didn't want this little thing in my life to get the best of me. It was more traumatic for my family. My mom she cried, she was upset. And so basically the next 4 months of my life were just going to be in and out of the hospital day by day. Through a process of different referrals, I ended up at St. Luke's with John Smith and Nurse Jen. From the moment I walked in, I knew I was welcomed.
The first time I met Jazz, I remember walking into the room and it was like slow motion for me because I felt like I was staring at my son. I saw a scared mom who I thought was, could be me. And Jazz just was this boy who was pulled from his life and, with this horrible diagnosis and a big challenge ahead of him. And I just remember being like, oh my God, I really need to help him work through this and treat him like he was my own child. His treatment regimen was very intense. This was the most amount of chemo drugs that I've ever talked to one patient about at one time, and it was extremely overwhelming. I realized that everything was just so overwhelming for them, and they needed somebody to help guide them, and he needed somebody that could kind of just help him with everything, let him know that, what was going to happen, and focus him on his treatment. His main goal out of this whole thing is he just wanted to be normal. He didn't want to quit college. He was really concerned about losing his hair, and he wanted to know if it was going to grow back. So we just talked a lot about yeah, you're going to feel pretty bad, but just know that there's an end point to this.
Jen was basically like my second mom. She instantly gave me her phone number, and she said, whatever you need, just call me. She reassured me at all points that everything was going to be okay, and that this was just a chapter of my life that I had to overcome. It gave me a sense of having a family. It meant the world to me. So when Jen called me and she told me that I was cancer-free, it took me about a minute to realize that it was all over. I just broke down into tears for a good minute, and I was just out of words. I was like, it was finally over.
Jazz is my patient that I will never forget. Every nurse says that they're going to have one, and up until this point I didn't, and Jazz will be my forever patient. He has such an amazing spirit. He has so much life about him, and I really think that that's what helped carry him through a lot of this, just to see him smile and laugh and be back at normal. I'm just honored to have been a part of his care, his treatment. I was a part of his family for quite some time. He was a part of mine, and I hope that he knows how much he meant to me. I hope his family knows how much they meant to me, and I hope they know that I will always be thinking of him. I am proud to be a nurse. I'm proud to be a St. Luke's nurse. I'm proud to put my uniform on every day. I wear it with pride. I wear it with compassion. And I'm proud to tell my patients that I am here to help them.